Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Chaotic Comic Book Cover Displays and More with Friends. And indeed, I do have my co-hosts here today. Will, I think, is eating some food right now, but we got Rob, Cheap Comic Collector. How's it going, Rob?
Good. Hey, everybody.
Awesome, man. And we got Mike, Easy Comic Reader. Yeah.
Greetings from sunny South Texas and a busted light that just happened a few seconds ago. So
that's
I'm
the chaos. That's the chaos of we never know how this stuff's going to go. So anyway, what we do is we show our comic book covers and within, and also a few other things on the side, and just have a good time. So strap in and hope you guys enjoy the show. We'll say hi to Kendall Kidd. What up, man? Thanks for being here. And we got Swag Duh. What's up, dude? Thank you.
Hey, guys.
Being here, man. All right, so I'm going to go right into the first one here. And
Higgy Pop just checked in.
Whoa, Higgy Pop here, man. I freaking love it.
I'm trying to write a Bruce Springsteen song for Higgy's video, man. I was in the middle of doing
Higgy, thanks for showing up. Thanks for saying hi. Appreciate it. What up, Z? Thanks for being here. Zodiac's in the house too. Very cool, you guys. Very cool to have friends here. So I'm going to start with actually a golden age. If you believe, I don't know. I don't have that many golden ages, but this one is 1957. Strange Journey.
Nice.
Volume 1, issue number 2. Look at that.
Wow.
And now I collect anything UFOs and in weird science fiction like that, but for back in the day. But it's the covers that pretty much are a lot stronger. I mean, this is old. This is like my mom's was born or something. Right?
1850s.
I should be careful with this thing because it's definitely not in the best of condition. But yeah,
and they're just getting harder and harder to find, man. I mean, you can find them, but you don't pay big bucks. But
I paid up for this at the LCS. I am on the lookout for anything UFO related. I just love it. I'm I gotta hide this stuff. There you go. So yeah, and then we'll go on to something a little more current, but not that current. 1973. I'm gonna go big, you guys. I sure went big for the saucer, flying saucer. But Adventures into Fear, 18 with the Man-Thing.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. I have some of these. I got an eBay haul. It was just your generic title of bronze. I like eBay, guys. I know there's controversy. I know whatnot could be better. It probably is better, but there's something about just watching something and then I could go and do something else. I don't have to be there live for it, And then sometimes the price is right, but yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah,
right?
when you do online like that, I don't do eBay. I do Macari. I usually find a couple of good sellers, and then you start just getting into the groove with them, and you start asking questions. Yeah, I think I got that. That's the best way that I do it. I like to do it. I don't know, just buying from anybody.
Yeah,
I just
if I was closer to shops, I would totally just I wouldn't be on the internet so much. But here's one for Mike, 1973. It's written by Stan Lee, and it's Sergeant Fury Special, number 14.
You gonna make me go get all mine? That's cool. What's the month on that?
November.
November. Okay.
Do you have this one? Because I'll totally trade with you, bro. But
I need to look at what I have.
Dick Ayers does the artwork. It's clean.
You probably have Severin on somewhere, maybe on the cover, the inks.
For the for a 50-year-old comic, it looks pretty good.
What number was that?
Number 14.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Early.
Yeah, dude.
Before they went into the
I was a
reprints.
little baby when this was out. Very cool.
I think I was 5 months old.
Oh, and I want to shout out to Swagda, right? You actually were showing a lot of these on your on one of your videos, and it's 1982 by Pacific Comics. It's Star Slayer #1.
Yes.
I think that First picks this up later, if I'm correct.
I believe so.
I had a bunch of these Star Slayers, but I needed the #1, and so I got a. Yeah, you got some beautiful Mike Grill artwork. So I got 2 of these actually. They're gonna go into the doubles area. I'm still doing the blog spot. Sorry, you guys. A couple guys I've been talking with. It is kind of slow. There's your Rocketeer. Everyone's freaking out about Rocketeer.
Yeah.
I do have some Rocketeer now too, but look at this, you guys. It's beautiful.
Yes, it is.
I was kind of like, I found out about Mike Grill. Oh, wow. From John Sable, which, oh my God, I got so much John Sable. But it was guys like Higgy who showed me there's some awesome Mike Grill DC work, and before that in the 70s and stuff. Look at this, you guys. What the freak?
That's not a filthy, is it? Or a quarter?
No,
what is
I got this on eBay. I got
eBay, that's right.
2 #1s because I needed the #1s. I had a bunch. And then I got one.
Are you showing #1 or did you show #2?
This was #1. These are both #1s.
Yeah. Let's talk about Rocketeer for a second.
Okay.
Because #2 is the Rocketeer's first appearance.
Oh, is that right? I think I got Rocketeer's.
So
like,
was that just an ad for the Rocketeer?
That was an ad for the Rocketeer, and I think I got a one that had Rocketeer's origin, but I might have his first appearance. I'm not sure.
So, Rob, are you going to claim that is a first appearance? Where do you fall in that?
Yeah, wow. Technically, that's what the collectors go by.
I don't count
now,
ads
right?
as first appearances, but
they go.
Some people are trying there, right?
Yeah. Here's a cool trade that I recently got from 1991 from yours truly, Cheap Comic Collector. I'm very happy about this. It's Batman and Judge Dredd.
Yes.
Thank you, Rob. This was a gift from you, buddy.
Did you read it yet?
Go ahead.
Did you read it yet?
Oh, no. I'm just pulling it out of the chaos right now.
I won't tell you what I thought about it then.
Oh, really?
Because I read it before I sent it to you.
Well, what I really enjoy are the early stories of Judge Dredd, but this looks pretty good. Is this Bisley?
The art is fantastic in it. Yeah.
Guys like PGH Zombie and Big Elbow say no one beats the Biz. But I don't know if this is Simon Bisley or not because it doesn't say it. It says actually John Wagner. Oh no, it says Simon Bisley. Maybe he does the inks. I don't know.
When you read that, let me know, and I'll read it at the same time, and we'll do a
review.
Review of it, man.
Wow.
Because I think I have that one. If I need to double check, man. I need to dig into that. I haven't touched the Batman or the Daredevil boxes yet.
It is a gatefold trade, right? This is a trade. It collects them all, right?
Yep.
Well, cool. So who wants to jump on? I'll say hi to the chat. And I've got a lot more here, but yeah. You want to go, Rob?
Sure, I can go.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to start off with I actually filmed the last box in the Comics Den hall today or yesterday. And there was a few books in there I decided to keep for myself. So I wanted to show those off.
Nice.
I didn't want to show anything today that'll be going into the sale because we've already got a long box and like 3 whatnot boxes going in there. So
Okay.
the first thing was just like a freebie sketchbook that they did to promote the Oz series when Marvel was doing it. I don't think these got a lot of attention when they came out, but I really like the artwork. But this is mostly just a sketchbook.
Wow, that looks
of the
beautiful.
characters.
Love it.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
I like the way this artist draws them.
Yeah, I love the inks too. Look at that. Is it just one artist?
Yeah, it's it's Scott Young. I didn't even realize it. It's
Scotty
Eric
Young.
Shanor
Wow.
and Scotty Young. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, man.
I didn't even look at what the artist's name was. I just like, I like that. So.
Yeah, I guess people don't like his kid-looking stuff, but the dude is actually super talented. You know, what up, Will? Will in the house.
Yeah.
What's up?
Camera here, Will.
So yeah, a lot of, and then it shows a couple of finished pages without the dialogue as a preview of what they were doing. But
Wow,
I thought that was pretty cool.
I like Scotty Young as a writer, and I do like his art. Zodiac says Whatnot has free giveaways, so you know, but you gotta like
That's
enroll into the system and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, you got to give them like some kind of payment thing. They make it way too easy to buy stuff. I will tell you that right now. Next up, we've got Spanners of Galaxy #2. I had #1 when I was a kid, and I liked it, and I never got any more issues. And this is actually the last issue I needed to complete my set. So,
very nice.
So I'm snagging that one for myself as well.
I think I have one of those in the back issue area. I should. It's just something you remember as a kid.
Show off some art in here. Yeah, well, I had the first issue, and I remember liking it. And I kept looking, back then it was on the newsstand, so I kept looking in the 7-Eleven or wherever I was getting comics from at the time.
Yeah.
And I just could never find any more. They were just never there. So I don't think it maybe didn't have that much distribution. And then this one's just a really old Archie comic from like 1949 or something like that.
Wow. Wilbur.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep that one.
Oh, there you go.
And there's lots of good stuff that out of that box that are going in the sale. There's a lot more stuff I could have kept. But as much as I was blown away that this was in the box, because remember, I got these for 19 cents, which is just ridiculous, right?
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
So, and they knew what was in their boxes. So, but then this was also in there. Which is Tales of Suspense.
Wow.
What?
Where was that?
So I'm just like, it was in the books that I picked out of the Comics Den garage sale, where I ended up paying 19 cents a piece because they gave me all those free books at the end.
What the heck?
Otherwise, it would have been about 30 cents, which it still would have been an insane deal. At the same time, I got, 30 copies of Legion Superheroes #7 and stuff like that, so.
Right. Yeah.
That makes it worthwhile.
The only thing with this one, which I discovered when I was looking at it, and it's not in the best issue shape. It does have a rip and stuff in it, but somebody wrote in it. On the back of this robot here, they wrote "Made in Oz."
They wrote what?
Made in Oz
on the back of the robot. So somebody had a really good sense of humor. And then in the panel on the next page, they wrote
that's still part of history.
where he's banging on the thing and it's going through. They wrote on the back of him, "Does anybody have an aspirin?"
Oh, nice. Well, at least he's entertaining, At least he's entertaining. What the heck?
Yeah, so at least, I think that's hilarious. I loved it. So it was like, okay, it doesn't, and then they scribbled a little bit in some of the borders. So they didn't really hurt the artwork at all, except for, maybe writing in the panels and stuff.
Right.
Um,
Marty
and
Lucko.
there's an ad for the
Hello.
Aurora
Hello.
Hobby Kits on the back.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And, but I'm just like, I mean, how lucky can I get finding this stuff? It's just ridiculous to me that I can find this stuff this cheap. And and it's crazy. It's just crazy. I was on Whatnot this morning, sorting myself. I wasn't going to buy anything, and here they come with Batman books for 50 cents a piece.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, here's 10 books. It's only $5, and I
you
don't
gonna
have to pay
store all
shipping.
this
I can
stuff?
just go pick it up. So,
Oh, from that.
how can
Okay.
I not?
Dude.
You know,
Yeah.
how can I not?
Yeah.
It's just
What up, Jeff? Yeah, man.
Library, Jeff.
And then I grabbed a stack of books from 1979 just because they were handy, because I was trying to figure out what to show today. So it's a nice variety stuff, but they're all from 1979. So we got a Daisy and Donald gold key cover.
Nice.
And an old Daredevil. This is number 156. That was pretty cool.
Huh. Now I gotta know who's in the other suit.
Who's in?
Well, no.
Says he's battling the original Daredevil. So I don't know what that means. DC Comics presents with Superman Black Lightning, number 16. And this is another one I had when I was a kid, but it was a really beat up copy. I think I stole it from the barbershop.
Cool. Dennis from Mars. Thanks for being here. Those Oz books look good.
Everybody go sub up to
191.
Dennis from Mars. Sub up to him. Or if you got a blue wrench, you guys could totally link each other's.
Hey, do I have a blue wrench yet?
No, I tried, Rob.
I
tried. I went back after it was live, and you still weren't appearing in the chat. So I don't know what's going on.
I was on your chat the other day when you were live.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
We'll work this out.
If I had a blue wrench, I wouldn't know what to do with it. So it's okay.
Well, there you go.
All right. Somebody else's turn.
What up, Jacob? What up, Jacob? Okay, who wants to go next? Mike, you up?
Sure, man. I'm good, man. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So what I have first is just some random Bronze Age that needs to be filed, put away. And the very first one, Kazar number 12, right? Or no, this is not K. This is Astonishing Tales number 12.
Nice.
But this is very special to me because it was sent to me by none other than Cheap Comic Collector, Robert Jones.
Collector Rob himself.
Rob, I don't know if I was your second sub or third, but I was early in, and I was blown away when I got this, brother, because he wrote on here. I don't know what it is. First, he says, "Thank you for subbing."
I know you are.
But he said, "I don't know what it is, but I hope you enjoy." And when I opened it up, I was like, "Holy crap! I had that one when I remember this book, man." So I was just like, "Yes." So thank you, Rob, again, brother.
Yeah,
this is awesome.
You were my second one that requested I don't know if you're my second subscriber, but you were my second one that requested a book. So
wow,
Aaron was number 4.
I got a Superman book from you. I remember, Rob. Yeah,
nice. Because I was watching his channel, I was like, "This guy is awesome. This is what I'm looking for right here. This kind of guy." All right, we got Captain America 156, and sorry about the glare, guys.
Oh, that's all good.
Lighting emergency right before we went on. So you're talking about heroes battling themselves, right? So there's Cap versus Cap.
Cool.
We got to open it up a little bit. And I still don't have that PSG flare where I can open it up and it's just beautiful work, but
no,
you get where it's going. So we got Sal Buscema. He's doing the artwork in this one.
Excellent.
All right, so let's continue.
So
we got Metarog's favorite hero,
Human Fly.
Yeah, Human Fly number 1. This is Roger Metarog's favorite. Don't let him fool you. Don't let him tell you that it's not, because it is, and he knows. Maybe he'll watch later on, but there you go, Roger. That's for you, baby. And so the Human Fly was a real person. He was severely injured. They put him back together, and this is what he did with his life. He was a stuntman. So
Cool.
that.
Steven Spock, thanks for being here, bro. Appreciate it.
Here we go. War of the Worlds, Amazing Adventures 35. Don't let it get tripped up there. Kill Raven. Not in the awesome wrestler suit, but when he got better digs, man. I didn't like him in those high boots and all that, but there we go. So let's see who's doing the work on this one. Boom, boom, boom. Craig Russell. P. Craig Russell. I guess he was known later on. Sorry about that, like this.
Jackson Roy Kirk.
Jackson Roy Kirk.
Jackson Roy. What up?
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, so I see your man thing and raise you man thing number 6.
Nice.
Fraternity rights.
Astonishing 12 is the first comic book appearance of Man Thing.
There you go. Boom. I'm going to act like I knew that. That's why I had them side by side. But yeah, that's okay. Now that brings it back, right? So this one is Chris Claremont is doing the writing. Got to say that. Don Perlin and Bob Wycheck is doing the art for this. And there he's pointing. He goes, "Hey, you! Do you know you have the first appearance of Man Thing in that other book?" That's what that guy's pointing at over there, right? Beautiful stuff. It's like, duh.
He's subbing people up. That's great. Yeah, I might have to sub up Tempest actually.
Dude, I'm telling you, Tempest will crack you up, man. Oh my god! And he does it in a very well. You just watch his videos. You'll see what I'm talking about, especially the latest one. All right, here we go. Bobby Ewing. For those of you that know, back in the days, Dallas, right?
Yeah.
But Man from Atlantis, number.
I would totally grab that. I love all that weird, stuff from Atlantis.
Man from Atlantis.
Every universe has an Atlantis, right? Jackson Roy Kirk. Yeah, Roger has human fly underwear. Metarog, always give him a hard time about his not liking human fly.
Oh, he loves it. He knows he does. Cool. All right, then we got a Miss Marvel number 8. Boom.
Yeah, I love that cover.
Nice.
In Death's Dark Waters.
I'm turning into a cover collector too now, man. It's pretty crazy.
Chris Claremont again is a writer. Jim Mooney and Joe Sinat is doing. Is it Sinat or Sinat? What is it? Y'all help me out. I'm gonna say Sinat, but I think I've heard Sinat as well.
I'm sure a lot of these creators get their names mispronounced.
Yeah. All right, so let's settle it once and for all. Toth or Toth? Alex Toth or Alex Toth?
Toth.
Toth, okay, that's what I go with. Invincible Iron Man number 77.
Wow, look at that.
Taking one to the gut. And I love the corner. I still ain't got my pointing down. Right here. I love these that have when they had the little circle behind them.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, that's like, that's a good feels right there.
Arcade Pop, thanks for being here, man. What is good? What is good?
What is up, Arcade?
We got Mike Friedrich doing the story and Arvell Jones. Old Higgy talked about Arvell Jones in his video.
Crazy perspective. It's awesome.
All right, I'll do one more. The Man Called Nova. Number 11.
Number 11. I do have some of these Novas.
Well, Nova, you know what that means in Spanish? It means no go. So this was very confusing when we were kids. Nova. So how come he doesn't
Nova.
go?
Yeah, no go, right? Thank you, Arcade.
And Frank Giacoa. I can't do the Higgy Giacoa, but I do my best on it. Okay. One more. I got to show this one real quick.
Oh yeah.
This is a Marvel 2-in-1 annual number 6. The theme introducing the American Eagle, and I did get this from my cheap comic collector in his claim sale. To me, this is beautiful.
That is a beautiful cover.
It is, brother, and I love the Native American.
Yeah, me
Anything,
too.
anytime I can get something with that, yeah, I'm there. So I don't know. That cover just wow, it wowed me.
Yeah,
It's
Swag
very-
that older art hit different. Yeah, I agree with that.
And that's it for this round, brother.
Okay, cool. Will, are you up? You
I'm
ready,
in.
Will?
I'm ready.
It's New Comic Book Day, y'all.
New
It
comic
is.
book movie.
Here
Take us
is
to school,
Couple
Will.
Comics on the scene.
Take us to school, baby.
All right, so let's pull out some new books from this week. Yeah, see, look, here's the receipt. This one today.
So what's going on, Will? How you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm feeling
Awesome.
good. And so we got a lot of Spawn came out today. Monolith #1 came out. That's a 3-part series about a really big Spawn guy. But
like
my
Hulk
shop
or something.
actually had to order that one for me, so I didn't get it today.
Oh, okay.
But there are 2 other books from the Spawn universe. We got Rat City #2.
Gotta go big, Will. Gotta go big.
Yeah, this one's set in the future, right? So when we last left off in the last issue, the main character had like just a taste of the Spawn symbiote, hitting him up. He's got robot legs, if you will. And so we didn't get like the full first appearance of the new Spawn, the Rat City Spawn, the future Spawn. And in this book, we pretty much don't get a first full either.
How many issues are we in now without the main character?
This is issue 2, so we've seen the main guy. We just haven't seen him with the main costume until the last page.
All right.
So we got a last page appearance of the new Spawn.
Fanboy Prime, what up, dude? Thanks for being here.
Boy.
So it's an interesting book. It's basically you go back to the image of the 90s. It's one of those like wet works type teams, special forces type team. They go in, they do a mission, they all get wiped out, and then they all end up with like these robotic parts. So it's kind of even though it's a future Spawn book, it's also kind of a callback to some of the early Image, 90s books that were all about, special forces and armies and covert missions and all that other good stuff.
What's JRK DC? Doesn't worth reading? I don't know what that means.
From something from DC, Red City, a fun read so far.
Yeah, Jeff Dick's the Spawn 2099 idea. It seems like a cool idea,
It's basically what it is. And speaking of Spawn, we got Spawn 353.
Okay.
So we're back, with
brand spanking new.
The main Spawn, the main guy. It's fun. That's all I gotta say about this one. Basically, again, Spawn is on Earth. All the powers of anybody from heaven and hell have been taken away after the big fight for the throne in hell.
Mm-hmm.
So Spawn's going away. Right now, the main villains seem to be vampires. All right, vampires still have their powers pretty much because they're not.
Has enough time gone by where you could spoil what happened, what explosion happened, what changed the Spawn universe? I mean, I really don't know.
So basically the original She-Spawn, who's now, to get her name, it skips my mind. I'm sure there's other Spawn readers out there who can fill it out. Spawn makes a kind of a last second deal with this lady, and and he's like, if you sit on the throne, you can probably change things, knowing that she is probably better temperamented, has a better temperament and is better suited to sit on the throne. The thing about the throne, though, of hell is it corrupts whatever touches it.
Yeah,
so,
of course, right.
But the first thing that this person does when they get control of the throne in hell is to just send everybody kind of back to where they came from, or basically kick them out of hell. Angels who were in hell kind of got sent back to Earth. They didn't get sent back to heaven, but now they lose their abilities. So like their wings are pretty much useless. They fall off. they're all in pain. Any Hellspawn has now lost its power. Any creature of hell has lost powers.
So a lot of the supernatural aspect of Spawn has been stripped away currently.
It is totally stripped away. So basically what you have is a bunch of vampires now who are like, it's our turn to rule the world because heaven and hell are powerless. And you have Spawn running around, but now he's like Ninja Spawn because everybody kind of forgot that Spawn, yes, he draws a lot of powers from his suit, but he was also a special forces trained, martial arts trained. Yeah, so what you have is a lot of Spawn going around with big guns, big swords, and big kicks to the face.
Just the way McFarlane likes it. You should get Liefeld in there too for that.
Except we'll lose the feet. So, but no, Spawn.
Pouches on the feet.
Jackson Roy Kirk says, he's certain that his first wife will occupy the throne in hell. Nice one.
That's
Brother Jackson, I feel for you, brother, man.
You know what? At $2.99, Spawn's it's a fun enough book to read.
Cool, awesome, dude.
All right,
Melodope in the house. Melodope, hello.
What's up, Melodope?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. All right, we'll switch gears real quick. We'll go to DC. We have House.
You gotta go big.
All right, so this is Action Comics. This is the big crossover between Action Comics and Superman. And we have Brainiac in the house. Basically, Brainiac, plots to take over the Earth, starting with Metropolis.
Awesome.
He sends in his Thrangarians, right? That's Lobo's species. He managed to basically kind of like take a city. He took a city of like the worst of them from the planet they came from, and Thrangar, whatever it is, and basically kept them in a bottle.
Wow.
And then releases them, when he needs them. And so he's got his plot to take over the Earth. He's also, problem with Brainiac is he's also suffering from some disease which we haven't found out yet.
Okay.
So something is also wrong with the current version of Brainiac. So that's a big part of what he's doing.
Canadian survivalist. Hello. What up?
What's up, Canadian?
Chop and drop in the house, dude. Thanks for being here. Comic book fam. Hello.
Yeah. So with the Action Comics, what they normally do is they've been doing almost an anthology thing. So you'll have one story or two. Well, you'll have 2 or 3 stories in each one. This one, I believe, has 2. It has the main story and then a backup story. Cool. So you got Joshua Williamson and Pablo Sandoval on the first story. Sandoval is actually a really good artist, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And, Joshua Williamson's not a bad writer.
And Lobo's in it, right?
And you got Lobo in
Bottom tier loves his Lobo, man. He's going berserk for this crossover event. A watershed story for the main man.
Yeah, he's in there. You also got this like Captain Pirate guy in here. He's like the main leader of the bad. Well, I mean, of all the Lobo-ish guys. And then you have the backup story here, so you can kind of see the change in art right here.
It's not too jarring.
Yeah, so but this is just a backup story. So it's a backup story. It looks.
Thank you, Canadian survivalist. I
actually don't know. It's got some Brainiac in there. So it says Brainiac and Sons. So I don't know what the backup story is yet in this one. I think this is the first part of it. I haven't delved into it too much. But
so our members, backing up a little bit to Lobo, are members of Lobo's race with the Zarians, right? Are they
Zarians? That's what it is. What do I call
Are they alive again, or like there's a new character, General Cacal, right?
Yes, they are alive. Basically, so what happens is Brainiac's going to destroy their home planet. The leader of the planet kind of gets them to. Kind of gets Brainiac to not destroy the whole planet, which is something that rarely happens. he basically, Brainiac's like, yeah, I'm not going to destroy it. And then he comes back and he's like, yeah, I'm going to destroy it. I lied.
Nice.
But he, the leader of the planet kind of works out a deal and says, hey, if you just take this little city, which they think is the worst part of it, you can have that destroy and just leave us alone.
Right.
And Brainiac's kind of like, nah, I think I'm still going to destroy your planet. And then, but then he thinks about it and he's like, what if I take this little piece, this little word, the worst part of it, this city, and then what if somehow this race of people still end up destroying themselves, right? It's because Brainiac's a scientist, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Everything
information.
Right.
Right. He loves the. So that's what he does. He takes that little piece of the planet and he leaves him alone, and he comes back years later, I guess, to the planet, and the planet's like empty, destroyed. Wow. Right. So I guess Brainiac kind of knew something that everybody else didn't know, that they were going to end up destroying themselves anyway. That it wasn't just these bad people. So Brainiac, I think his hypothesis was that it wasn't something that these people were just operating off of their base instincts.
Yeah.
And if you take away these, this section of it, you're still going to have people with base instincts who will then just fill the void.
Genetically, yeah, right.
So it's actually it's very cerebral kind of book if you think about it.
Okay, maybe I'll check it out.
But you're also dealing with Brainiac, right? So it's supposed to be.
Double H in the house. Thanks for being here. Glad you're enjoying the show.
I liked it because it had Space Cabbie in it.
Nice.
All right. So moving on to Marvel, I guess.
Okay.
We got some other stuff. We got Miles Morales, Spider-Man. This is number 20. This is one of those people actually, I think, collect these like selfie type covers, because you got the cell phone here. I don't know. I've seen people who collect covers with phones on them.
Right.
So this fits that void, I guess. What you got happening here looks like a Miles like family story. So this book's kind of happening in between Miles' fight with like the Hobgoblin and I forget her name. Very, very new character, Rabble. So yeah, Rabble and the Hobgoblin, all that, and also Agent Gao, who was in charge of the Thunderbolts, who were the Cape Killers, they called them. So when Kingpin was in charge, he creates the Cape Killers, supposed to stop all the superheroes' vigilante actions. So this seems like a day in the life of Miles. Again, I just got these books from the LCS, so I haven't really had a chance to read them. I'm just kind of thumbing through them.
Yeah.
So this looks like a book that's gonna kind of fit in between what's happening with Miles now, what's going on in his regular life, and then leading us, I believe the next issue is actually a Blood Hunt tie-in. So this is just like a one issue respite from what's happening in the book, kind of a buffer, if you will. So, but you do get like a day in the life of Miles Morales type of a deal with this book. So if you're interested in what the character does on his day off, there might be a book worth picking up.
Awesome, man.
He's gotta do laundry. He's gotta go grocery shopping.
Yeah, right. Got to do study for his next test.
Yeah.
Okay.
House of Slaughter. This is Boom out of Boom Studios, right? This is a spinoff of Something Is Killing the Children. So while Something Is Killing the Children right now is in the past, because we're getting a lot of Erica Slaughter, past stories. House of Slaughter is kind of what's happening in the Slaughterverse, is kind of what they refer to it now. So you got Jace Butcher, who's a character whose family has been destroyed. He's had, and then he adopts a bunch of orphans. One or two of them were stolen from him. He's just had, his boyfriend was murdered. Well, not really murdered, but was sent on a mission that pretty much.
Oh, really? Okay. I remember the earlier stories.
This all happens in Something Is Killing the Children. Well, that part anyway. So this book is basically, and I talked about it a couple of episodes ago. Basically, they just want Jace gone, right? The house of Alabaster, and there's another house. They just kind of want Jace Butcher gone. The New Orleans house to the Butcher house, basically, which is named after him, right? But they exiled this guy, and they've been trying to find him to kill him. They just want him gone. His legacy erased, all that, and so he gets a message from a soothsayer, a future teller, who's like, "Hey, you run, like your enemies are all here in New Orleans." And Jace Butcher's response is, "What? Like everybody who's caused me any harm in my life is in the same place at the same time?" He's like, "I'm not going anywhere." He's like, "It's on."
Yeah.
So the book now is basically turned into a one-man war. It's one guy.
House of Slaughter doesn't have Erica Slaughter in it, right? It has mostly
she's
him.
part of the House of Slaughter. At this point in the book, I believe she is also in exile. So she's also on the run. Okay. So not only is this Jace guy been exiled, Erica Slaughter has also been kind of exiled. And so it's interesting that both books now have their main characters, on the run, basically, or on the lam from
on the lam
where they started. All right, we got 3 more books, which is cool. I made I made 4 more bags and boards. So somehow I got almost the exact amount right. This is the Amazing Spider-Man #1 Blood Hunt. So this is a one shot, or actually this is one of 3. This is a 3-parter. So you have the Amazing Spider-Man proper title, which is also linked into Blood Hunt, and then you have this Amazing Spider-Man 3-parter, which is also in Blood Hunt.
Vampires in the Spawn universe and vampires in Marvel universe currently, right?
Right, exactly. And in this one, I mean, vampires are in, right? I think they're in vogue.
Yeah.
This is basically a story with Morbius. So they've decided to do a 3-part story with Amazing Spider-Man, or just Spider-Man. They call it Amazing Spider-Man, even though they have an Amazing Spider-Man title. And this is going to star Morbius and Pete. And basically, this, from what I understand from reading so we do have a lizard appearance here.
Cool.
And from what I understand from reading the synopsis of this issue is, Spider-Man ends up meeting up with Morbius, and he's got to decide what side Morbius is on. So I think that's what's going to come out of this series. We do have Misty Knight in here as well. The lizard.
It could turn out. Yeah, that looks good right there. But it looks like the scientist vampire versus the supernatural ones. They play on that theme a lot in the Marvel universe there.
Yeah, and I'm just flipping through it right now. There's a lot of lizard, and I have not seen a lot of Michael Morbius yet.
Okay,
but here's Spidey. There's a priest over there. Looks like they're in a church. And let's see. We're almost to the end. It says to be continued, and there's no Morbius yet. Yeah.
Well, it might be about him, loosely about him. Events leading up to him.
Yeah. There is a second story in here, B story, and there's Morbius right there. With looks like Colleen
Goblin. Looks cool.
So yeah, there's some Morbius, but he's without Spider-Man. He's clearly somewhere else.
Right.
So you got Spider-Man, the main story in the first few pages, and then Morbius is the backup story.
Nice. Art looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like a good book. I think so. I mean, I read the synopsis. At some point, I guess you're going to get Spidey and Morbius meeting up at some point in this book. And I just don't know why they also titled this one The Amazing Spider-Man when the regular Amazing Spider-Man is also in Blood Hunt. I could get a little confusing. I don't know.
Oh, it's
not confusing for me, but I feel like
it's all about the money.
Yeah.
We know why.
Amazing Spider-Man, you just throw Amazing Spider-Man or something and it sells. So
cool. Alberto Suave, hello, man. Thanks for being here.
Oh,
hi.
All right, we got Ultimate X-Men number 3.
Okay, what's your thoughts on this? Is interesting. This is her redoing the X-Men essentially, right?
Essentially, yeah.
It's brand
It's
new stuff.
interesting. It's definitely East meets West. It's kind of a hybrid of stories. If you like her art, it's in there. And if you like manga but with color,
Right.
it's in here, right?
Yeah, so it's hit or miss with me,
Yeah, there's a lot of character building still. Like we're 3 issues in,
Yeah.
and we're still learning about all the characters, and there's still a lot of story to be told. So there's not a ton of action per se. It really is, let's just get to know the characters, but we're also
That looks
getting
good.
to learn.
That looks really good.
Yeah. We're also getting to learn the characters' abilities. So powers. Okay. So there may not be a huge amount of
made for the trade kind of thing.
Yeah, there's not a lot of action in these books, but there's a lot of character development, which for me is, given I've read other Peach books, and some Peach books have 3 words in them.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised at how much time she's taking. And I feel like somebody may have said something to her where they were like, we like the action, but maybe you do, you work a little bit more on story and character development. And I feel like now we're like the extreme other end. It's like all character development and no.
It takes a while to get the pace going too. It is what it is.
And then, all right, we're down to my last new book for the week.
Okay.
This is Doom number 1.
Save the best for last, Will.
Yeah, why not?
That's Jonathan Hickman, right?
Hickman, yeah.
Yeah.
So, believe it or not, Doom has only had, up until this book came out, 1 volume of a solo series, right? So, Miss Marvel has 9.
I know.
Kang probably had 3. You pick any character. Juggernaut's had, I think, 2. Galactus has probably had 2 volumes of a solo series, but Doom, arguably the
greatest,
the premier villain, or the biggest villain in the Marvel universe.
The greatest, my opinion.
4 or 5 years ago, only had one volume of the solo kind of.
Yeah, he had the super villain team up for a while in the 70s there, but I mean, you're right.
But no real solo Doom. How does Doom not get a solo book? This is the I think this is cover C. Yeah, cover C. This is the Marvel Masterpieces 3 cover.
Nice.
So Greg and Tim Hildebrandt on that.
Melodope knows Doom.
Premise of this, from what I understand, is Galactus is coming to destroy Earth, and so Doom makes it a priority to gather as much power as he can to stop Galactus. I guess that makes him. I guess that makes him a hero in some way, but you kind of feel like Doom always has an ulterior motive.
Oh, he does, yeah. He wants to steal the power cosmic for himself, like he's done so many times, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's
with Hickman, it's in good hands, man. I have this one coming to me.
Yeah, so Hickman. So here we get a little Galactus versus Doom thing going on there. So I'm guessing he's in a giant Doom spot.
Very cool.
It looks like Galactus is doing a pretty good job of punching Doom in the face.
Nice.
There's some more Galactus shots.
Oh, I can't wait to read this one.
Yeah, so I think
this doesn't really happen in the. It seems like a standalone story, but we'll see if it connects.
I believe it is a standalone story. I mean, I haven't read it yet, so I don't know. But here's a cool montage of collage of a bunch of heroes
and villains. It's just some goodness.
And then you flip the page, and there's another one, and you got Galactus right there. So, let's not give away, I guess, too much. That's an interesting page. You got Galactus and the Celestials.
Right.
So this actually looks like it could be a good read. I think when we're done, this one's going right to the top of the pile. And we're going to check it out. Let's see. Let's see if we can find one more.
Bottom tier without the gauntlet. How powerful is Thanos? Yeah,
I like
dude.
that name, bottom tier collector.
That looks like Doom with his helmet coming off there.
Yeah, that looks great. I can't wait to read that.
Yeah, so and then
I got that in the mail coming to me. My My Comic Shop. It's got a sketchbook in the back.
yeah, it's got a little sketchbook, and you got a big old Galactus with the Watcher hanging out.
Very
there.
nice.
So yeah, this looks like a really good.
That is probably the pick of the week right there, at least for
This
Marvel.
could be a good read. Yeah,
Cool.
I mean, just thumbing through it, it looks like a really cool book. But
Excellent.
yeah, that's it for my new
Fresh from the LCS, Cupo Comics.
live and direct from the LCS.
Dude. All right. Well, I'm gonna just go back to my chaos, the chaotic comic book covers here. What we're gonna do now is, I was gonna say another gold, but it's not gold; it's Silver Age, you guys. And this is 1967. Let's go big here. You wanna? Should I go big?
Doom Patrol.
Oh yeah, dude.
18.
Cool. Now, someone said that the XMen was actually a ripoff of the Doom Patrol, and I haven't read the earlier Doom Patrol. I just got this from Danger Room in Olympia, Washington, but it looks pretty tight. I paid up for it because sometimes I'm in the mood to just, to help the LCS and
well, I read the first one on Kindle.
Oh yeah,
and he does assemble these people together, these rejects and things like that together. So I can kind of see that.
It's similar to the X-Men initial storyline.
Not really, but just the concept of it.
Right.
So yeah.
Very cool. Hawk and Dove, dude.
Hawk and Dove.
Yeah, it looks clean. I'm glad I got it. You guys have a feeling I'll be buying a lot more Silver Age when I see it now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm really enjoying the reprints, the Marvel Triple Action and stuff like that. I just falling in love with it, I'm like an 80s guy, but let's go modern though. You guys want to go modern a little bit? I got this from combined shipping on eBay, right? That's the big question. Do you do that? When you talk to sellers. But here's Spider-Man number 2, 1990. And now these things are expensive.
Yep.
I got this for a couple bucks. It's a high print run, but it's in demand. Everyone knows what it looks like inside, but I'll just show it to people anyway. I actually enjoyed this McFarlane run more than the Spider-Man one when he did the writing and stuff. I thought he did a really good job. So yeah, I got that for I don't know what I think it was like $2 or $3. Let's go obscure 80s, indies from the 80s. 1986 from alternate what is it? Alternate Heroes Prelude Graphics. This is Alternate Heroes #1. Okay, that's the title of it. I just love this stuff. As you guys know, here's a cool back. You can just get this stuff really affordably.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I love all this stuff. People just had their own ideas and they were using them, There's so much originality out there from the 80s that nobody cares about. I forget where I got this. I think it was a haul, but I don't think it's a Filthy 50 Center. Or did I get this from you? Actually, I got it from Rob. There you go. A lot of what I won from Rob or I trade from Rob.
Sure.
Yeah.
It might have been, but I wasn't sure.
Yes. So much of that I get from Rob. But what happened was 2 more boxes came in of stuff, and so I just threw it all into the chaos, the back issue area. But it's cool, yeah. It's a gatefold. Loving it. Got this for $2, I think. Very cool, Rob. Appreciate it. Okay, and here we go. I finally got this number 1. You guys, we were talking about Mike Grail earlier, and this is 1983. John Sable Freelance, number 1.
There you go.
Now I can start reading this. Now I have so many doubles and triples of John Sable. I will be trading with Easy Comic Reader, but you're interested, right, Mike?
Oh, heck yeah, man. I love that dude.
Yeah. So now I could read it right from the beginning. I read part of his origin story, and I was really happy about it. I love his layouts. Mike Grail is the stuff. And he jumped on first, and he took a chance with this new upstart, and he just worked, you know. And nobody cares. Well, when I say nobody cares, a lot of people do care, but not enough people care about this stuff. And you can get it on the cheap, you guys. So a lot of these are going to go into my doubles. I think I got most of the run. And so a lot of them will have the filthy 50 center stamp on it, you guys. So when you trade with me, you know, just know that you got to ask. You got to ask what the condition is. If you know, I know people love their condition. Here's number 2. Right? And I got one from Rob, and then this came in. So I got doubles now. Pretty cool.
Can you show that film again? The water that's on the. Can you show the front of the book again?
Sure.
I want to see the puddle of water at the bottom. Oh, okay, cool. Little red, white, and blue.
Good eye, dude. Good eye.
Yeah,
a lot of the time, death is a bum deal. A lot of the time, I just review a lot of the
face in there. I see a face in that puddle.
Yeah, dude.
That is awesome. Or side of it. Yeah,
I love reviewing these videos because sometimes, and I'm like, oh man, I'm moving too fast. All I gotta do is slow down, you know. And then, you know, yeah. So I got 2 of them. I got this one and this one. So I'll be reading this. I haven't been reading comics though. I haven't read like in 3 days or something. Freaking crazy.
What? No reading in 3 days. Come on.
I haven't read a comic in 3 days, man.
Oh,
what is going on here? Okay, another special from Cheap Comic Collector, 1969 is Charlton. It's technically bronze. This is the Dragon Wheels.
Dragon Wheels.
Yeah, dude. And for some reason, I just had to get it, dude. It looked cool. I think Rob remarked, well, I'm surprised you got this one, Aaron. But that cover was really cool.
Because funny cars are cool, man.
Yeah, these are cool. Those are cool cars. And Charlton, I'm definitely interested in it, you know. So we'll just do. I'm interested in these old bronze, silver, even gold, man. But give me some weird sci-fi. But I'm surprised I got, you know, this. I'm surprised along with Rob because it normally isn't my thing. But I just love these covers now. You know, you guys are all you guys out there in YouTube land that are showing this stuff. You've tainted me. You know, look at that. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's hard to keep focus when there's so much good stuff out there.
Yeah, I don't know. My focus is
you just jump from one thing to another constantly.
We're gonna go to. I need to start showing these. I got a bunch of these. 1975, Doctor Strange, number 7.
Nice.
I know you got a lot of these, Mike, and we're both working on our Doctor Strange, right? And you got doubles too.
Yes.
So I got to get back to you. I pulled out all of my American flag for bottom tiers because that's the problem with having the back issue area. You know, people want to know if you got this or that, or they want to give you this or that. And wow, look at this, beautiful. This looks like Gene Colan art, but I'll check it. I'll double check. Lovely, huh? Yep, Gene Colan and John Romita doing the inks. So Yeah, you got to love that. Now you got me self-conscious, Mike. When you open it, I gotta make sure it's awesome.
Dude, you opened it to that first one, it was like, whoa.
Very cool, man. I collect Doctor Strange, both volumes, into the Tales of Strange and all of that. Okay, we'll do another one that Rob sent me. I saw this, man, and I had to get it just for the, and it's a modern one too. It's 2007, Dr. Sleepless.
What?
Yeah. I got another one. I think, look at this.
That's crazy. Those covers
Isn't
are
that
just
beautiful?
Look at
Warren Ellis too to boot by Avatar, but Warren Ellis and this beautiful artwork by Ivan Rodriguez. And it's also a gatefold. I don't know if this is like a variant cover or whatever. We're getting kind of a glare there. Look at this. So the inside's different though. So there you go. It might be a variant cover or something, but so the inside's a little different, but it's definitely worth $2. My goodness. So thanks for that, Rob. And I love this one right here. This is funny because remember Marvel New Universe, Jim Shooter and all that. It was such a big deal. But this is by Blackthorn, and it's from 1986, and it's the failed universe.
Yeah, Rob showed that one.
Isn't that great? They should have this slabbed. Are you kidding me? They should mail copies of this to Jim Shooter. He would have been mad. Look at Sue Force. Isn't that great? So is Night Force. I love when these indies just attack the big two, man. Just ridicule them. No shit.
I'm working on the whole shooting match on the New Universe, man.
Yeah, a lot of the New Universe was good. A lot of it, then it kind of petered out. Then it got good again. I don't know.
It's only because I bought a box and the guy stuffed it full of and they were all different issues of New Universe. I go, I guess I know what I'm collecting now.
This just totally spoofs on that.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, black and white, love it. What else we got here? We could go with people say you see McFarlane on the cheap, and you buy McFarlane on the cheap, right? That's what's happening now, but apparently not in Washington State, right? So 1990, Marvel Tales, 233. Wow, look at that.
I've never seen
the original XMen.
Yeah.
And it's a newsstand for $2.
Nice.
Yeah, that was the score.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's got the original story, Roy Thomas and Werner Roth. Along came the Spider. So I'd rather have the original, but this is cool because the original appears in X-Men, right? This is actually a reprinting of an old X-Men issue, I believe. Nice and clean, pretty cool, right? Okay, who wants to go next? I got more, but
I think it's Rob Stern.
Is it Rob Stern?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, let's go to Rob. Very cool, very cool.
All right, so I'm just continuing with my stack ranking of 90 books, and any year I ever grab, there's going to be some Disney. So, got Donald Duck, very reminiscent of the old cartoon that kept getting reshown on television. Number 206, number 209.
Now, will these have a lot of Carl Barks, or is there going to be the other one?
If they do, it would be reprints.
Right. That's what I meant. Like, they didn't have a lot of reprints.
Stories. So So yeah, I mean, I think they learned early on that the Karl Barks, even though at that time not very many people knew who he was,
I got a couple issues of that.
he sold. You know, that
Comic
sold
Addict.
better than
What
the
up?
other artists.
Que pasa, Comic Addict?
Because there is, I mean, they just endlessly reprinted the Karl Barks stuff throughout the whole history of their publishing. So,
Ooh, look at that
old
Flash Gordon.
Cool cover.
Heck yeah.
Beautiful.
Love that.
Ghosts number 76.
Wow, that's beautiful too.
Mm.
There's so much stuff out there, you guys.
Yeah.
Man, it's just crazy.
Godzilla number 20.
Purple background alert.
Fantastic Four on there.
That's what I need more of. More Godzilla, man.
Green Lantern, Green Arrow 121.
So Tempest from Mars says that Doom Patrol was started before X-Men, but not enough to be an influence.
Okay, yeah. And you can trust Tempest, man. This guy
Howard
is
Duck,
putting him over.
number 29.
Appreciate the
Yeah,
411s.
the thing is the artists all knew each other, right? They all hung out together,
Yes.
despite that some of them worked for DC, some of them worked for Marvel.
Yeah.
They all knew what each other was doing. So
Swamp Thing, Man Thing happens.
they very easily could have still been influenced by each other. Howard the Duck, number 31.
I got a bunch of these Howard the Duck from my friend Larry. Is that Dr. Bong or whatever?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie, number 60.
Huh.
And The Human Fly, number 18.
Here it is. There it is.
There it is.
It's a nice cover.
Yeah, it is. It's that homage.
And so is this one,
Crisis
Incredible
on
Hulk,
Earth.
number 232. Look at that Hulk, man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Look how big he
Great.
is compared to Captain America.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just awesome. Iron Man, number 122.
Yeah, Tempest. I'm kind of newer to
And
Charlton too.
123.
Dr. Silver Age, Higgy, Metarog, they all got me into Charlton. Even Rob here, even you, Mike. Jeez.
And some John Carter, number 21.
Is that Chris Claremont writing that? John Carter? I think so. Maybe.
Yep.
You'll ask and I will receive the answer.
And number 22. And Machine Man, number 11. And number 12.
Nice.
Swag
And
Gun,
since
I
we're all
need your-
showing Man Things, here's a Man
Oh,
Thing
you
number
got
1 from 1979.
Whoa.
boom.
There you go, Rob.
Swagda,
All
I'm gonna
right.
need your
You move
info,
on to somebody
bro.
else.
Okay. So Swagda, I'm gonna need your info. I know you sent me something I haven't received yet, but I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you. Let's put it that way. All right, Mike, I think it's you next, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a stack back here for Mr. Swag Duh.
Okay.
He's got one going to him. All right, so
Cool.
now I'm going to show some comic books, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so, well, this is sort of, I don't know, it's a trade, but this one I had on order from another YouTuber, Horror Mike. And my first video was about a book that he put out. And this is his passion project, Pre-Code Horror Comics. And what's
Wow.
significant about this one, it's full of preliminary arts from all the pre-code horror, original art, things like that.
Wow.
He's got, I didn't do a good job showing that, man. I don't want to crack it open too much, but you also got some cool covers on the inside.
Oof.
And you can see where they started and how they ended up.
Yeah, pre-code.
So yeah, man, Horror Mike is he's always putting out something cool, and he's an historian, man. So I'm really digging that. Yeah. So looking forward to reading this one. Okay. Another comic book, if you will. We all used to love. Wait for it. Remember them, the pop-up book.
Yeah, I remember those pop-ups, man. I really do.
Dude. So yeah, man, I was like, so I'm going through all this stuff here, is when I can, how I can. Boom, bam, right there.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm pulling this
awesome.
stuff out in between all the other stuff, and I'm like, I gotta share this stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
Frankenstein.
Wow, that is beautiful.
Oh, let's do that again. I didn't do that, Justin. There we go.
Just right.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Wow.
I've got a few pop-up books, and this is the first one that I pulled out there. So I love this stuff, man. I mean, shoot, loved him as a kid, love him now.
Yeah.
Here's Frank Miller's 300.
Oh, I might have that one. Yeah. Awesome.
So this one I saved from a library book sale.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Major score.
Heck yeah, man. So you know what you're gonna get in this one, man.
Wow. Beautiful.
Holy cow.
Heck yeah, man. It's just, I don't know. I love oversized books. I love this stuff. All right, here's one that I received as a at work. We do the Secret Santa type deal, and one of my colleagues bought me this one a while back. DC Cover Girls, going the right way. So you got highlights on all the DC, the heroes of the DC universe. So I think this is Adam Hughes, right over here. Well, fuck, I'm pointing right over here.
Yeah.
Is it a pop-up book?
It's a pop-up book, Rob. Come on now.
Pop-up books. Yeah, dude.
But you got going starting from the romance days all the way up to modern Catwoman, things like that. So that is a cool book. It's a cool book, man. So I was very lucky to get that, and let's see, we can just random pop up. Here we go, boom. Wow. I don't know about that. Get something good. Well, it's got some big, nice covers in there. So, but they're there, man. Trust me. All right,
Razor's Comics. Hi, man. Thanks for being here. That's hilarious, man. That's funny.
Then we've got another pre-code horror, Jack Cole. This one features all Jack Cole art, Deadly Horror. It's put out by Craig Yo, who's another historian. So this was put out by, I believe, IDW, right?
Cool.
Back, right?
Yeah, dude.
And again, you're gonna get some
wow.
pre-code horror. Let me see if I can flip to just a cover. Well, there's a splash page right there.
I need to set up a library and do this. You kidding me?
I mean, these are more like rabbit holes because, like I said, I want to dedicate this summer. I want to start a little study program of heroes from the pulp era and just look at the archetypes and see where we're at now versus, since the inception of all these cool characters that we love.
Right.
So here's one for all you X-Men fans. And this was another Secret Santa, something like that. What do you call those at work? Where you pull out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this one is freaking huge, man.
Yeah.
And I think this one is features a lot of the when the X-Men movie came out by Brian. What was his name? Help me out here, guys. The director.
Do you have a Vampira pop-up book? Comic
No, what to look for now, man. I'm gonna go tell those. So you got a lot of X-Men history, but
that's cool. Yeah,
the 80s X-Men, right? This tome of goodness here, right? So yeah, it's just fun stuff, man. And then this one I bought a while back, man. I think, but my style of buying and collecting is what can I get for the cheapest price, right?
Yeah, it's
and this
smart.
one was still, heck yeah, but this one, dude, get ready. I don't know it's got anything and everything Spider-Man, from collectibles to heroes, comics. I dig that right there. That
just whatever pop culture around Spidey. Wow.
So yeah, that's what I pulled off for comic book books.
Nice. Excellent.
Nice
There you
stuff.
go. Thank you. Yeah, I've got stuff to go through back here, man. And I've got another room where I've got just tons of books that I need to get rid of. They're not cool like this. They're just books because I used to sell books and use that money to buy comic books. So
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
do
Hey,
that.
Damien, thanks for being here.
Sleepy.
Cool.
So you're waiting for the other pop-up book? I do not have those.
Vampira. We wanted a Vampira pop-up book.
Bang! Again, there you go.
That's a good one. So we got Will up next. Are you done, Mike? Or
Yeah, there you go.
okay. Thank you for showing those, man. It makes me want to just start building a shelf somewhere and just start doing a library, you know, like cool stuff like that.
And just go scour everywhere, man, and just hunt until you can't hunt no more.
So, yeah, I guess Higgy's been doing Easy's voice, right?
Bruce Springsteen, but I was writing a song, and I was like, oh, no, we're about to go live, so I got to send it to him later.
This video. I started it, but I couldn't finish it. Higgy's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right. I think I'm good. So let's go. These are we're gonna go to some 50-cent books.
Okay.
Some people here were here on Monday on my Monday night show, so you probably saw some of these books, but these are new to this show.
Yeah, that's cool.
But what was cool, this is Miss Marvel Volume 3 from 2014, 2015. So I found most of the collection. It goes up to issue 19. I think I got up to issue 16, but these were all 50 centers in the 50-cent bin. And after it was all said and done, I think I paid like 44 cents for these. So we'll start it off. This is Miss Marvel number 2. Obviously, number 1 wasn't in the 50-cent bin.
Yeah.
But we got number 2. And
G. Willow Wilson writes that?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, you know, I heard good things about that run. So
yeah, this run, I think it's one of the ones that, you know, got Miss Marvel to, you know, be a Disney show. And
I was in your chat yesterday, and I was trying to tell you that this Miss Marvel has a good look. You know, I guess you thought I said the opposite, so it's just just like, you know.
Yeah. So I managed to find a lot of the issues. So for, you know, a couple of bucks, I almost got the complete run.
Oh, cool.
So, you know, I'll have to
isn't that something? And how old is that? It's only 4 years old or something like that.
Yeah, this is from 2015. So
okay.
A little bit more than that, but you know, it's kind of got an origin.
Oh, yeah. At this point, I was so upset with Marvel, but then this was good. So that's what happens. I miss out on some good stuff.
So here's issue 4. That was issue 3. All right. So you have Miss Marvel kind of is in issue 1 and 2, and then you get the transition. You know, Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel happening in these. So this is issue 4. Sorry. So we go from 2 to 4. Then we have 5. This at one point was like a $50 book. 5.
Comic Addicts wants to know where your pop-up is. Oh, wrong one. Will you please tell me? Will you please tell me?
Look when you started.
What is that Vampirella pop-up?
Yeah, that's what I thought, Damien. That's what I hear is that this run was actually a standout for its time, and because I didn't like this era, I jumped out. But I heard that this was actually done, you know, really well. And then they overused her. Unfortunately, they should have let her simmer. Right, this character simmer a little bit. They put her in the Avengers. They put her on everything, and people lost interest again.
They rebooted and retooled,
but there was a lot of actually grassroots natural interest for this character.
Right. Some interesting panels here. they've done a similar thing with Nightwing a couple of months ago. That kind of
With Nightwing.
Yeah, this kind of panel layout. They did a whole issue with that, and then in Duke in GI Joe, they kind of did the underground base was kind of a similar map-ish layout, if you will. I remember kind of drawing like this as a kid. You know, I'd draw like what was happening on the street, and then it'd be like a tunnel going underneath, and all sorts of craziness happening underneath. And I watched GI Joe a lot at the time, so it usually was like tanks and airplanes underneath, a regular street. So. But Wolverine was in this issue here, 7. Then you kind of got the link up with the what's the word I'm looking for? What was the they weren't mutants, right? Miss Marvel wasn't a mutant at first.
Oh, Inhuman, right?
She was
she was
Inhuman.
Yeah.
So then
that's another thing too. She had a lot going for her because the whole Inhumans trying to replace X-Men in the Marvel Universe, that didn't go over very well. It could have if they just put better freaking talent or something on it, But what are you going to do? Every idea has its merit, almost.
Almost.
Well, Stan Lee said there's no such thing as bad characters or bad ideas, just bad, execution.
Execution. Yeah.
I think a lot of those guys are trying to get their characters out there more so they can capitalize on it, right? I mean, they don't want to keep paying the estates of these creators that are gone. I mean, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly. Comic addicts, you're funny, man.
So we're on issue 9 now. So to recap, I got issue 2, then issue 4.
So you missed
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Will, you missed this originally?
What was that?
Did you miss this series originally when it came out?
I did miss it originally when it came out, and so I heard it was a really good series, and I'm digging through the 50-cent bin, and I see issue 2, and then I see issue 4, and I'm like, oh, it's just gonna skip around, and then I see like issue 4 through 15, and I'm like,
you're like, heck yeah,
let's do it. Let's go ahead and get some Miss Marvel. And the thing about Miss Marvel too is it lends itself to comedy, right? Because she's a teenage girl who, her body can shapeshift and stuff. So there's clearly like body comedy, if you will. There's a lot of room for that, that kind of comedy. But then there's also a lot of room for emotional growth, right?
Yeah.
Still a kid. Right. So there's still a lot that this character can learn. And I think that was a big thing with why a lot of people, I think, originally gravitated to SpiderMan growing up, right? Because SpiderMan was a young kid who, was constantly learning.
Oh, like Damien has stated, and I stated, they had a hit here. If they just let her build her up, slowly, they would have had another big hit, like Wolverine or something eventually, because everything seemed like it was done in the Marvel style too, like the way she looked and her backstory, and all that.
And I think you got to let it happen organically. You can't push it, and I think that's kind of what they did. So this was issue 11. There was not issue 12, so we skipped to 13. But this is actually a pretty fun cover. This is a cover that they use for a lot of Miss Marvel promotional stuff.
Yeah,
and this book itself, even though nothing key really happens in this one, I believe issue 12, it still goes for above cover price when you find it at stores. So
so this was totally a score, 50 cents each. My goodness,
50 cents. Yeah, here's issue 14.
Very cool, Will.
Yeah, and after 14, we only have issue 15. So, but yeah, this whole series, as I'm thumbing through it too, is just her dealing with stuff, but as a kid, superhero stuff, but also just being a kid. So
yeah, it was similar to Spidey, but in her own way. It was more modern, I guess. Had a lot of appeal.
So yeah, this is the last issue I was able to grab out of the bin. Was issue 15, but like I said, it's a 19 issue series, so I think I'm only missing 6 issues.
Well, there you go.
Cool Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I grabbed those last 6 issues, including issue 1, which is issue 1 will probably cost me $10-20, whatever. But
it's not her first appearance, but it's her first solo. So, right.
Yeah, right. So we get a lot of Miss Marvel goodness in this.
Excellent, dude. Nice work.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wish they slowed down, because she was like Comic Addict says, a lot of room for the emotional damaged.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Sleepy Reader says yes, very much like Spider-Man's early days. Yeah. They didn't see Spider-Man had a chance to grow organically, because back then the media didn't need to come out as fast, and it also couldn't come out as fast. These days they can rush everything, right? Back then you couldn't rush it.
And you wonder if they learned their lesson, or all it takes, really, you could do that with any character.
Not as long as they're owned by Disney.
Yeah.
As long as they're owned by Disney for years have just been pounding their most valuable franchises into the ground by overexposure.
You'll get
everything that's successful. They kill it by taking it to every level they possibly can.
Yeah. So are you done, Will, for now, or?
Yeah, I could pull out some more 50 centers, but I figured just showing off that little Miss Marvel run that I.
Oh yeah, that Miss Marvel was great, man. Glad you did that. Yeah, I am curious to read that, actually. So.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. I'll just start showing some stuff I got here, and if you want to grab a couple, we'll go for it. But I'm going to jump into the chaos once again. So here's another one from
once more into free.
Rob, the cheap comic collector. You're doing really great with your claims, man. So this is number 1 of Eye of Newt.
Yeah, it's going better every week.
And I normally don't get the modern, but this is actually was really looking good to me. Or one of these issues did. I think I got a couple of these issues.
That looks cool.
Yeah. The inks are a little darker than I remember them being, but it still looks really cool. So I think I got a couple of these. I don't think I have the entire 4-issue series, but I like weird fantasy, Yeah, here's something. It still has that. I just like the layouts. I hope it's good.
When I retire, I'm gonna look like that old gray-haired man up there. That's where
there you go.
That's my goal. Sit out in the middle of nowhere with rattlesnakes.
Super intense. I got triples of this, which is Legends of the Dark Knight. I guess you get these on the cheap, but I think I got these during the 25-cent bin thing. Yes, I know I did, actually. And anyway, this is 2005, so a really long run by Batman run here by DC, and I don't know, I got them for 25 cents. That's what they're worth, but the Riddle Me That, it seems like a pretty cool concept, with one of his rogue galleries. The art's really freaking awesome. One of his main villains, I mean. So this will go, 2 of these will go into the doubles area. Yeah, during that free comic book day, I couldn't believe what were in the 25-cent bins, but and people didn't really know. They were just showing their kids, hey, comics, and people were going into the store, but it didn't seem like a lot of diehard like comic book peeps were there, but maybe there were a few, but it wasn't like, it was more like families and stuff, Anyway, so those 3. We got 1988 Psychoblast #9 by First Comics.
That is
I
cool.
did read the first one and I liked it. I don't know how it's going to end up. I'm looking forward to putting this together. This guy has weird, strange dreams that, unbeknownst to him at the time at least, where he was manifesting matter and things were happening according to how he was sleeping. So he was this weird like security threat, but come to find out he was involved in some sort of like government, it was like kind of like an X-File kind of thing. So another indie from the 80s. Here's Planetary 18, Warren Ellis. The cover looks like it's all dinged up and burnt, but it's not. It's the Gun Club.
How are you coming up with that, man? Are you getting quite a few now, or?
I think I have the entire run, but when I see this for quarters, this one I got for 25 cents, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to give it to, my guy, Easy Comic Reader. I think you're totally into it. So this one will probably go to you on the next trade we do. So we got 1981 Marvel 2-in-1, 74.
Love it.
The Puppet Master.
Christmas cover.
Yeah, dude. What do you guys think? I got a lot of these in the back issue area, but I'm going through them. Let's see who's the creative team. Frank Springer does the pencils, and Chick Stone does the art. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Pretty cool Puppet Master illustrations. We'll do another Doctor Strange here, number 35 from 1979. Nice purple background. Death at the Dweller's command. Pretty cool. Pretty cool cover. Yeah, Tom Sutton does the pencils here. And this was just a really big eBay score where I got a lot of this older Doctor Strange. It's all mid-grade, or some of it's even lower, but
no, that's cool, man. You find that?
Yeah, dude.
Heck yeah, all day long.
Yeah, all day long. In fact, I'm gonna, with these, whenever I find like just lots on eBay that are just super cheap, and even if I have it, I'm gonna get it so I can get it into the double area.
For a while, I was thinking of calling myself the Eye of Agamotto. So really cheap comic reader. I mean, cheap, easy comic reader instead, man.
Yeah, I like easy. That's really cool. Look at this.
That's cool.
I know, it's beautiful.
Heck yeah.
So I'm really happy about that. Let's see what else I got here, man. I got a whole stack here, but it's like I want to move through it quickly. But I got another modern here with, you got to have some filthy 50 cent filthy 50 centers, or it's not a Cyclotronic squirt gun haul. But this is Mouse of Might, and they're spoofing on
Well, I'm always going to associate that with you now. Those half-price stickers, man.
This is from Blood Moon Comics, and I love the art inside.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
They don't even care about this. People just throw this stuff into half-price books. So the reason why, wow, look at this. The reason why I get this so cheap you know, is for obvious reasons. But then if I see it in high grade somewhere, man, I just freaking snag it, you know? I mean, this is only a couple years old, this comic, but so a lot of the indies still are good. You just don't know like who sometimes. We'll show one more here. That's okay, but this one's really cool. Yeah, so yeah, Titan, Mouse of Might. House of Might. Okay, come on, Aaron. I got my stuff buried here. We'll do a Jonah Hex. I know you guys love your Jonah Hexes. I got this for $1. It's 1980. Is that right? Yeah, that's 80. Jonah Hex 43.
Nice. Get him, Jonah.
Is that cool? Yeah, it's Joe Kubert. Very cool. Everyone loves Joe Kubert covers.
Name. He's got such a great name, you know, that just
yeah.
And Aaron,
that
now,
name.
The last time you mentioned Jonah in more of a sci-fi setting, that series is called Hex.
Okay.
He does, yes. And I need one issue to complete that.
Do you remember what the creative team was?
I do not, man. But you jogged my memory when you showed that, and I was like, oh yeah, there you go.
I think I have it. I have a Hex somewhere in the back,
Yes.
in the back-to-back issue area.
And he does time travel.
Cool. Yep. So we got this Dick Tracy reprint. It's a #1 from Gladstone or something. When did this come out? 1990.
Read that one not too long ago.
This is Prune Face.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like it?
Yeah. We said because it's ground zero, man.
Yeah, Ground Zero. You're doing your research too, and
Yeah.
a lot of our beloved pop culture characters, and very cool, man. So yeah, I got this really cheap too. Did I get this from Cheap Comic Collector?
I think you did. I think I remember that one.
I got this from Rob.
Yeah, you might have.
Very cool. Okay, I wanted to bring up that I got tons of this stuff too. My goodness. Here's some Brian Bolin art for you guys from 1982. I finally got the #1. Brian Bolin. But this stuff you could find everywhere too.
Yeah.
And I got this for pennies, even less than 25 cents. And I just pulled the trigger. I had to get it. I have never read this, but I'm going to now. So, and I already have a lot of this stuff, but it's pretty cool. So this is the #1, right? And which is cool. Then I got, and what came in the lot was #2, but I got like 4 copies of that. I don't even remember if I have like.
How does that happen to us, man? We just you go through your stuff and like, how in the world did I get 6 copies of this?
Yeah. And so I don't know. This is going to definitely be. Look at that. Cool inks, cool colors. Remember Bubble Yum, you guys? Or peeps my age?
I've got a pack of Bazooka bubblegum on my desk right now.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 copies of that. Crazy. Back to back issue area. Here it comes. Here's here's indies from the 80s. This is 1986. Eclipse Comics. ESPers #1.
Huh.
I have
Never seen that.
it started off as a mini series, but it ended up being a hit for its time, so it kind of got an extension. But I didn't have the #1, so now I can read this. The Gathering of Power.
Never seen that one, man.
Yeah, it's cool. Love the paper. Love the inks. Love the layout. Simple layouts, but something about it. So I like Eclipse. Here's a cool Airboy spread.
The Heap.
Yeah, dude, the Heat.
The Heap precedes Man Thing and something.
All right, so we got about 20 minutes left. I could go through my pile here, or I could switch it over to someone else. You guys, who's ready for the show something else? Do you want to go again, Rob?
Sure.
I got this Marvel Tales 15 square bound.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, got a bunch of these. I never owned the square bounds of Marvel Tales before, so I'm always excited to get these.
They're fun.
My era was when they were thin, and it was just about Spidey. But yeah, dude, that's some Marvel Boy story going. Pretty cool. And we also have to show the man, right? Captain Kirby. So I kind of I love actually these older Marvel Tales where you got so much, different stories and stuff, and different artists. All right, so who's up next?
Me.
Rob's gonna go next.
Okay, Rob's going next. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for that. It's like show and tell. That's what we're doing here. Show and tell. So
Yeah, basically,
show and tell for adults.
all right. So continuing with 1979, we got Marvel Spotlight #1, Captain Marvel. Fun cover. Marvel 2-in-1 #48, The Thing versus Jack of Hearts.
Love Jack of Hearts. Man, I missed all the stuff in the chat.
52 with Moon Knight.
I need to figure it out so you guys can see the chat while I'm on, man. This is really awesome. I really appreciate everyone here.
Answer Kung Fu #80.
Oh, I love that series, Rob. Very cool.
I keep trying to pick these up in the cheap and the whatnot boxes, but they go too high when they start throwing these in.
They're cool covers,
83.
too.
That was a huge hit in our house back then. Could not get enough of that.
It's Mickey Mouse's #193. I think they reused that cover several times on various issues. 197. #200.
Just getting flashbacks, Rob.
#1.
#1, Micronauts. Very nice. So, Mike, you wanted to be like that old guy.
And there's #2.
Comic Addicts. No, #2. Awesome. Wants to know if you're going to grow your beard out, Mike.
And #7 with Man on the cover.
Nice, dude. I collect that Micronauts. Love it.
Thanks.
Ms. Marvel, number 22. Deathbird flies again.
Very cool. Yeah,
And
Damien.
got our
Dark
random
Knight Series.
Archie Pep, number 348.
Awesome.
Red Sonja, number 13.
Red Sonja.
And
Right, Jim?
14. That one's really cool.
I love those.
Very cool. Psychotronic
Number
reads
15.
Psychoblast.
Oh, and by the way,
Yes.
while you guys were on, I ordered that Frankenstein pop book off of eBay.
Oh,
Did you?
nice. There you go, man.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Everyone should read Planetary. Agreed. I only read the first 12 issues, and I freaking love it. I'm
Sergeant
rereading
Fury
it.
153.
Nice.
So these were all reprints by this time, but I think some of the covers were new. There's 155. Spectacular Spider-Man 26 with Daredevil.
Love it. Frank Miller, right? Or is that the issue after? Or one of those Frank Miller does.
Don't know. Not seeing a signature on the cover. And number 37. Into the Hive.
Martin Lord Waghord. Thanks for being here.
Spider-Woman, number 11.
Hello, Martin. Nice.
Nice of you to stop by, Martin.
12. Number 13.
I love those covers, those Spider-Woman covers. Cali Comics. Hello. Good evening.
So, Kelly.
15. It's a pretty cool one. 18.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that cover, man.
19.
Wow.
Hmm.
I'm going to be a cover collector. Yeah, Higgy, Jonah Hex, man, all the way.
Number 20. And some Superboy in the Legion, number 247.
Whoa. Bottom tier got rid of a lot of his Jonah Hex, or all of it.
Number
Except for one.
251.
You got any more?
Yeah, you got any more? Mike wants more.
Super Goof, number 56.
Super Goof.
Uncle Scrooge, number 160.
Thanks, Comics Addicts. He's happy that we show all these different books. That's great.
161. And 162. I think most of these are Carl Barks covers.
All right.
Yeah, Higgy got the whole series. Camelot.
And then Walt Disney Comics and Stories, 462. 466. 469. And What If, number 18.
Ooh, that
Dr.
looks
Strange.
awesome. That looks great. Rob,
Huh.
nice. That's good to
And
know.
World's Finest, 257.
Wow, look at that cover.
That is
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
actually a wraparound. They're all attacking that
Wow.
little lady.
Nice. Any of these going on your claim sales?
Nope.
No keepers for him, man. Shoot, yeah.
These are mine. These are mine.
Very cool.
If you see
I
that
was just
sticker
getting-
up in the corner, those are mine.
All right.
I was just getting flashbacks when he started showing all the Whitmans because you get the 3-packs back in the day, and I was like, oh my god, yeah. So I loved it.
I guess
Yeah, that's
Camelot
usually how I got
3000
mine
is
was in
good.
3-packs.
Yep.
I don't think I've
Yeah,
ever
you should-
I don't think I ever saw one on the newsstand back then. That whatever stores I went to didn't carry those. They had Harvey's mostly for kids.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Somebody else's turn.
All right. Will, you said or was it Mike? I forget. Man, I'm all freaked up here. I think it's Mike. Yeah.
Mike's turn.
Well, everybody's complimenting the comic books, but I was gonna show. I told Aaron, I said, "Can I show some albums?"
Oh, there you go.
For love of art.
Art
right?
is art. Yeah, dude.
Here is the London Chuck Berry sessions, but just
Very
that
cool.
beautiful art, and it is
That's got to be fantastic to listen to. Wow.
right.
I need another room in the house. I got to kick down a freaking.
We don't have people dropping off now. Here's one for Brother Rob. Bam.
Nice.
Rob, you said you don't collect these, correct? You don't collect the record albums?
I don't. I used to have a bunch of them before the fire, and they got all lost. But
Okay.
when I was a kid, we had story albums and stuff. When I was collecting Disney, I would pick them up like at rummage sales and stuff when I saw them.
Okay, so this is a famous photo of Stevie Ray.
That is a famous one. Yeah.
But this is actually drawn, painted actually. And in Texas, we love our trilogy of Stevie Ray Vaughan, Willie Nelson, and Bob Wills.
Okay.
Really.
Very
One I selected because it's just a cool cover. It's got that pop to it.
Yeah, dude. Sounds of Now.
Sounds of Now. Not right now, but back then now.
Back then, yeah. That's awesome though. You think what it took to print back then,
Here's one that this is strictly and all these I'll pick up for anywhere from $1 to $3. Sometimes I go $5, but I just love the series of photos, the Native American art.
Yeah.
And then eventually you have the metamorphosis down there at the bottom.
Charles Munich, Boston Symphony.
Symphony. I'm sorry. Symphony. Jimmy Cliff. We have some original reggae music right here from the 70s. This was a movie, The Harder They Come.
I never saw that. Yeah. Very cool.
Well, we'll just focus on the art. We won't do the whole shebang, but
yeah, dude, that looks beautiful.
And then this one, again, another cover just because the colors pop on this thing. Banjos in percussion.
Yeah.
And what I like to do is
I wanted to learn how to play that. When I was younger, I wanted to learn how to play the banjo. I don't know why.
Man, I was heavily influenced by Hee Haw, Grandpa Jones.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Here's
true.
another one. Right? Toe tapping, and I love the art. I love the just the composition of these things.
Yeah, man.
So what I'll do is I'll throw on a record, sit back here and read. Wife loves that. Baseball. What does it say? This is baseball, the first 100 years. But
Zodiac.
What's that?
Zodiac wants to know if do you have Emerald Lake and Palmer Tarkus?
Okay, so you see behind me that at the bottom of the shelves I have record albums. So this was just the first one. I said, okay, let me pull some of these and show. But I think I do. I might have that one. I'm not sure. Here's one, Nectar, which looks like it's upside down, right? But there's your cover. And I love this.
That's a funny fairy, man. Look, the grown man.
This psychedelic trippy art on the back. So I'm out hunting, man. I cannot. Oh, this is not art, but this is my childhood right here.
There you go, dude. Kiss Alive. Yeah, freaking awesome.
This one right here. And of course, when you open it up, whoa. Okay, we got the inside right here, right? There we go.
Yep, I remember that actually.
I remember not this particular album, but propping this up when they showed Kiss Meets the Phantom. We put this in front of the TV so we could get the full effect.
That's cool. Cody wants to know.
Console TVs.
Cody wants to know where'd you get that. No, I'm only kidding.
Where'd I get this? My strategy for the flea market is don't go in the inside where it's nice and air conditioned and cool. Go to the outside where they're out there swatting flies and they don't want to put all this back in their truck, and you can come in and say,
wow, Star Trek. Very cool, man. Look at that. That's great. They're posing.
Yep.
Oh, you got to love it. So Damien's asking you approximately how big is your album collection? easy.
I don't have a number on it, Damien. I've got some here, and I've got some in the garage that I need to get back this way before they get it. A lot of moving around and stuff, so I couldn't put a number on it. But yeah, comics, books, and comic books. That's my big three of what I go out and look for. Well, there you go. Oh, and there's a comic book. Keep it real.
we gotta blow you up on the comic. I love those Marvel's greatest comics, man. I just love the reprints on that newsprint paper, you know. Cool.
Dean Paul. I think I'm 2 issues away from getting the complete series of this one.
Really? Marvel Team Up. You have most of Marvel Team Up.
No, of Cole. The first
okay.
one. This one I got from Triple C.
Ooh, I got that one. Yeah.
Mars and a Tarzan.
Cool.
I don't want to run out the clock, man. There you go.
Oh, that's cool, man. We appreciate you, man. Thank you for showing those albums, man. That was so awesome.
Those are cool.
You know,
I was a little nervous about showing the albums, but I asked Aaron. He goes, "Yeah, try it."
Yeah, it is. You know, it's our first episode where we did more than just comics, so I like that.
Yeah.
So, Will, you got something for us?
I got some comic chaos here. Some comic cover
got
chaos.
Some chaos as well. Very, very nice, dude.
All right, we're gonna lead off with the some of the older books, I guess. Well, we got the new Teen Titans.
Nice. I'm working on
Number
that
3.
one too. Yeah.
Little Dr. Light is back in here.
Yep.
So we got that. Then and it's a newsie.
Oh yeah. George.
Then we have some new some direct here. The new Teen Titans. This is issue number 26.
Did you pull us out of the vault, Will, or is this newer pickups?
These are out of my box over there of stuff that still needs to be put away.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
So we got in case you're wondering, you saw me bring another. I have doubles of this one.
Nice. We'll be trading if I don't have that. Okay, well.
Yeah. I think there's a first appearance in that book. I forget who. We got the new Teen Titans number 20.
Nice. Yeah, I collect these, Will. So if you got doubles, we'll talk later.
All right. We've got the new Teen Titans number 17. She's Possessed. That was another first appearance in there.
I read the first issue recently. It was pretty cool. Raven got them all together. So
yeah, I've been watching the Teen Titans on Max. I'm up to season 4, I believe. It's interesting, to say the least. It's definitely an alternate kind of universe deal. Here's some Detective Comics. This came out sometime during the pandemic, but this is a Psycho Pirate there. These are actually pretty cool. They did like a series of like these painted covers.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We don't use Psycho Pirate enough.
He's an interesting character.
Kendall Kidd is in the midst of the Blue Wrench Club.
Kendall. Wield it with fury.
There you go. Here's a Batman 120.
Oh, nice.
I think 119 was the first Vigilance. I forget this guy's name, but he died like 2 issues later. So.
Is that Tinian?
This is Joshua Williamson actually did this.
Oh, Williamson, yeah. I missed some of those. Yeah.
But that's in around the same time. Here we go. Star Wars Galactic Cruiser, the Elysian Legacy.
Big money.
Yeah. This came out right around the time that Disney was doing their Star Wars hotel / ship adventure thing.
Amusement park there.
Which actually closed really quickly. Apparently it was like $5,000 for a week stay at that Star Wars. Like they still have the Star Wars theme park, but they got rid of
it wasn't for a week. It was like a 4-day experience. So it wasn't even for a full week.
Wasn't even a business.
People were saying you could go to Tokyo and go to the Disneyland park there cheaper than it would be to stay there for 4 days. But the people that did do it loved it, as far as I could tell.
Right.
But it was just too
one
expensive.
person.
There's no repeat business.
Right. Right. And I knew one person who did it, and they said it was cool, except for at certain points, like when you were in the resort or whatever, like, you know, it was very structured, and it was like, so at 2:00 you did this, or that was it. You know, like,
yeah.
So it was, so for $5,000, I want to be able to do whatever I do, and you make something happen around
hello.
me.
That's a lot. That's a lot
Exactly.
of dough. I remember that Elektra being Daredevil.
Right. And Chip Zdarsky, I forget who did this cover, but just a just a really cool cover.
Chris Pacolo, or Pacolo, is that how you pronounce?
Pachalo, yeah,
Pachalo,
something like that. Yes,
Pachalo is probably his name. And there we go into the Devil's Reign, right?
Cool. Some more Devil's Reign, right? Came out of there.
Marvel Go ahead.
What was that? No, go ahead.
Oh, Marvel told Chip, okay, time to make an event. You're too hot.
Yeah, exactly. Chip is a hot writer now.
Yeah.
This is Marauders #1. Cool cover. Didn't really care much for when Steve Orlando took over on the Marauders. So cool cover. Never really got into it. Monkey Prince #1, and this is DC's version of the Monkey Prince, but this is actually a mythology that exists. So the Monkey
is
Prince.
That a Middleton cover or whatever? Have you read that? Did you read that?
So. I read issue 1, and I believe at the end of this issue he runs into Batman.
Yeah, they use Batman as that's the B cover. I think the A cover might have Batman on it. They're just, but did you like the character?
It was an interesting character. Honestly, I didn't read a ton of it. A lot of it was because this is variant cover by Artgerm. This is Stan Lee.
Artgerm. Okay, all right.
But yeah, at some point you collect so many comics, you got to cut some stuff. And I was like, sorry, Monkey Prince, you got to go. But I did not dislike the story. I thought the character itself, the Monkey Prince, was charming.
Yeah.
And there was the Monkey Prince in this book, his parents are criminals. And so he witnesses Batman like beat him up as a kid.
Oh,
so he really does have a fear of Batman. So like when Batman shows up,
cool,
he's like, I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
he's like, Batman, don't beat me up.
Very cool, man. So Steve Orlando is kind of like a decompressed writer for me. Maybe if you read the trades by him, it's okay. But yeah, he's definitely slow. Adding on what Damian just said about Steve Orlando and what you said prior with the Marauders. So
yeah. Hey, the immortal Biggie Shack is here.
Hey, Biggie Shack, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it, man.
All right, so it's a little bit after 9, so I can stop there.
Okay. If you want to show a couple more, go for it, bro.
Oh, sure. I got another Chip book, so we have Chip going. So Stillwater. This was actually a really good series. I did not read the final issue though. So.
Oh, you didn't.
I did not, so I have to catch up.
I read about half of that, and I got out for some reason. Go ahead.
It was actually really good, though. We have some Nocterra. If you haven't checked that out, I think this is one of the better stories that Scott Snyder's told in a while. So
cool.
Here's issue 2. Basically, the sun gets blotted out, and then there's all these creatures that kind of eat you in the dark.
Yeah, I remember that. The darkness. There was a big thing about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's some more Batman. Joshua Williamson Batman. The Shadow War Part 2, 122. Cool. That was some good stuff. Here's another one of those painted covers. Batman.
Nice.
The Deadly Masquerade. So these were, when these were coming out, and Mariko Tamaki was doing that, and she was the first writer who was a female to actually do a Batman book.
Excellent. Yeah, I remember that.
To have a main.
It was pretty good. It wasn't bad, It wasn't.
It wasn't bad at all. I thought she did a really capable job. It was really good.
Yeah.
For those of you who like Jenny Frison, here's Catwoman number 40. So, pretty cool cover. Keanu Reeves and Matt Kent. Berserker.
I remember that.
Number 5.
That was a big deal when that came out.
Yeah. Berserker number 1 got all sorts of crazy.
Did it break the record for variant covers? I don't know.
It probably did. They did. If your store ordered 200 copies, they got an autographed copy by Keanu Reeves. I don't know how many of those exist out there, but
cool.
Yeah, this was an interesting read. by Rick Remender, who I like Rick Remender, but he doesn't stay on schedule all the time. But we got Scumbag.
Oh yeah, I remember when that came out. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I loved Remender in Marvel, to be honest. I read a lot of his stuff in Marvel.
All right. And then this is the last book I pulled out. This was big when Black Panther 2 was coming out. This is the issue of Avengers versus AVX, right? Avengers versus X-Men, where Namor, the Submariner, declares war on Wakanda.
Yeah.
And I pulled these out of the box, and I have 3.
Apparently I have 3
cool.
So, we got to do some trading, Will.
There we go.
You're
I got
a lot of books, man.
But this is Matt Fraction, back when Matt Fraction used to do some Marvel stuff, and Olivia Coipel is actually a really great artist, in my opinion.
Fraction did the event. I thought someone else did the event, A versus X.
This well, there was 2. There's AVX, and then there was what was the other one? I feel like there were 2 books at the same time that were very similarly titled.
It was pretty decent.
Yeah.
The Phoenix 5 was kind of weird, but it was cool.
It was cool. Yeah. So I got 3 of these.
Biggie Shack's asking what number was that? Is that number 1?
Oh, this is issue number 7.
7.
When Submariner declares war on Wakanda. Yeah. Took them 7 issues before that happened.
So I guess Fear Agent was a good Remender series, according to Tempest from Mars.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
7 from something. 7 to Eternity was pretty good by Rick Remender. Oh, and he did the Venom run with Tony Moore, who was the artist for the Walking Dead. Rick Remender.
Cool.
Those are some good Rick Remender books. Anyway, Agent Venom,
guys,
by the way.
Thank you, everyone who came. Thank you to my co-hosts. You guys show up all the time. I freaking love it. And thank you to the chat. The chat blew up, and I just love it. Any last words you guys want to say before we sign off here? Rob, Will, or Mike? Anything you want to plug?
I dropped my new comic book haul video.
What? Okay, first we'll go with Will. You go first, Will. Sorry, I should be directing better.
All right. Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, if you guys want to know what comics are coming out, I did a comic preview of the books coming out this week. That's really it. You can join me on Monday nights for Monday Night Raw books. Aaron usually shows up.
Yeah, I love your live show, man. I love it. It's so personal. We have a good time. Everyone there is so cool. I really appreciate it, man.
This Monday we actually lost Wi-Fi, and then I had to switch to my phone.
It was funny, but it wasn't funny. But it ended up being you ended up turning it around into something awesome. So yeah,
it did. But it was a fun time. But yeah, thank you everybody for being here. It's awesome again to hang out with everybody, see all these spectacular covers, and then today we added records and books.
Yeah,
cool.
Excellent, Will. Thank you for being here. Rob, anything you want to say? I'll do this from now on. I'll go one up by one.
Just thanks to everybody in chat for being here. It's we can't do any of this without you guys watching. So it's always fun to see who shows up and your comments and I feel like I don't interact with the chat enough, but it's because I can't see most of it.
I know. I want to set it up so you guys can interact with the chat.
Yeah, well, we can, but the problem is, I think because we're simultaneously streaming, we don't see all of the comments. For some reason, it's just working out that way, because I'll look later at the stream on your channel and I'll see comments that never showed up in my feed. So it's odd. Yeah, so some quirk.
Like I have the control. I have the control of the page, but it'd be good if I could turn the controls over to you guys too, so you could see and pop up stuff too. But maybe it'd be too much. It's a chaotic show, but that would make it even more chaotic.
It would be really chaotic then, because I'd be messing with all of you.
Messing with everybody. So cool, Rob. So are you going to do your claim sale after Dr. Silver Age's show on Saturday? You going to do it this Saturday?
Yeah, we'll be doing the claim sale on Saturday. Tomorrow's episode is actually, I think, a Whatnot episode. I got 14 cents written down, so I think I'm doing a Whatnot box where I only paid 14 cents an issue.
Wow.
So that's cool. And then
you blow me away
another Whatnot. episode on Friday, then Saturday's the claim sale. And I'm actually planning the June 1st show, which is also a Saturday, which just happens to be the 1 year anniversary of my shows. So
I wish I remembered.
So I'm starting to work on that, figuring out what
Yeah.
I'm going to give away and stuff like that. So cool stuff.
I wish I remembered mine, but I don't. But congratulations, man. That's
I had to
awesome.
look it up. I just knew it was coming up.
Well, you number your videos every day. So if you come up to 356, right, you're there.
Yeah.
You're golden.
And I actually had to go back through my list of all those episodes to get back to number 1 to see what date it actually originally aired on, because it's the only place I could find it. But
Wow.
So yeah, it just happened to be June 1st, so that was cool. Hey,
Wanna say
yeah,
hi,
now,
Regina?
see, the channel needs more cats.
Oh, kidding.
She's
Well,
whining.
I've banned Amos Moses from getting back here during these lives.
I had the door. Well, thanks, Rob. Anything, Mike, you want to say?
Nah, just it's good to see everybody out there. And same thing with Rob. I can't see the chat, so but I when I see new names, I'm like, okay, cool. Let me see. And during the summer, I'll have a lot of time to bounce around and
Awesome.
get more acquainted with everybody and put out a little bit more videos. So.
Excellent.
And if you enjoyed the albums, I appreciate it. I was a little bit nervous, but I've got a
Zodiac's saying you should show more next time.
Oh, cool. I'll do it, man. I've got them. All right. I won't go too far, but I'll show some. Appreciate it, Zodiac.
Hey, Daniel, thanks for being here.
Grace, what's up, man?
Okay, you guys, we're out. This has been Chaotic Comic Book Cover Displays and More with Friends, the longest title out there for a show, and I'm proud of it. That's my cat. On there. I drop my classic videos on Monday. People seem to enjoy the classic video the way I used to do it, so I'm doing that once a week on Mondays. I stream maybe on Fridays. I drop videos here and there, but this is the main video I like to do, man, with you guys. So thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. Please click below for other comic book channels that I like, that I interact with. And yeah, man, thank you all for being here. And I'm going to get rid of my cat, right? All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Deuces. Deuces.